Happy Friday. Everybody's doing well. Another windy ride on the toll road home. Whoa. Always an adventure. Oh, I hope everybody's doing well. Man, I tell you, I've been watching weather around this country. It is crazy. We got hurricanes and flooding and storms in North Carolina and Florida. It's just crazy. I know it's cooling down up in the north. Mom said she had to turn the furnace on the other morning to take a little bit of the chill off. And here it's still in the 90s. But I'm not looking at putting my bike away, so I suppose there's good things. Well, I almost did it. I've lately been poking around at possibly buying a new bike. So back when we first started looking, my wife was not riding with me very much, but she did occasionally. So when we were shopping, I test rode an Indian Roadmaster. We checked out the Ultra Limiteds, and to be honest with you, she was like, "All right, we're gonna buy a bike. It's gonna be the Roadmaster because there's a lot of room. I'm comfortable." I'm like, "All right, but you don't ride very much with me, and I like the Road Glide." I mean, don't get me wrong, I really, really like the Roadmaster. It was comfortable, big, smooth ride. At the time, it was actually more, the one I was looking at was more than the Road Glide, so I didn't know if I wanted to spend that kind of money yet. Fast forward a few years, and we're not riding together much, mainly because with the backrest I have on this bike, there's not a lot of room. We're not you know, as svelte as we used to be back in our youth. So it's a little snug for her, and I find myself scooting forward, and I'm up when it's not comfortable for me. So we're just not comfortable all around. So silly me, we go out and we hit one of the local bike shops. We start poking around, and we sat on a Goldwing, and we sat on the BMW K1600 GTL. Both very nice bikes. Physically, I was a little more comfortable on the BMW, but the Road Glide offered plenty of room for both of us, and checked all the boxes, you know, for features, price, stuff like that. But things being what they were, we weren't ready to pull the trigger yet. Trips to Michigan and stuff coming up, we just, you know, our resources were spoken for. Fast forward a little bit, and I'm perusing websites, because, you know, that's what you do when you got a bike, right? You just kind of shop. So I come across the 23 Indian Roadmaster with 1,400 miles on it at a local shop. Dark Horse edition, so it's that matte black looking, very sharp, and kind of piqued my interest a little bit, and kind of got the eyebrows raised on Mrs. NBA. She's kind of like, you know, I know, you always like the Roadmaster. I hear about it all the time whenever we talk about bikes. So I kind of got talking with the sales guy there. Nice dude, nice shop. They seem pretty reputable. They're all used bikes, though. They're not a new dealership. They're just a used bike shop. Kind of in this process of chatting, and it's like, well, maybe I should just put a tour pack on what I got. see if I can make some room. So we're kind of looking at that a little bit. But another thing is we wanted a lower monthly payment. This is, I kind of, I probably went about it wrong. You know, it's like, hey man, I want that bike, and I'm paying a little, probably more a month than I want to. So anyway, I've got a deal worked out where price is good, not a terrible interest rate, payments all right. They want a little bit of money down. I don't know. The money they want down, I could go to Harley Davidson and put a color match tour pack on this. I could go to Advan Black and put a color match tour pack on here, or Hogwarts. Cheaper than buying a new bike, I suppose, because I'd be starting over. This bike will be paid for in 29 months. And weird how I'm thinking about all this. We're sitting at lunch today, and my wife is the same way. She's like, you know, you're almost paid off. I mean, 2 years, a little over 2 years. She goes, what happens? I mean, then you don't have a bike payment. And I'm like, that's true. She's like, and then you could get another bike that maybe is a little sportier or something. Or I'm like, hold up. Of course, now I feel bad because we kind of got working on this deal with this guy, and now all of a sudden we're kind of second guessing the deal and maybe staying with what we got. Because I mean, I like my bike. Honestly, I really like this road. I really do. And it's just I guess it's just a comfort thing. You know, do I spend the money to try to make this a little more comfortable, or do I just jump into something that I know is more roomy? And I don't know. See, I get a green light for something, I second guess everything. I got to talking to some guys on a Discord I'm on, and you know, one is like, hey man, if it gets your wife riding more with you, buy whatever you want. Another guy is just, hey man, throw a tour pack on it. And I honestly, if I put a tour pack on here and move it back a little bit and put the suspension on here, it'll probably improve things immensely. Jeez. So what do I just need to do? Talk about this with you guys, and I sounds like I make a decision? I don't know. So that's my story for today. That is my story for today. I mean, you know, you get looking and it's like, ooh, new things and shiny new toys, and then you're like, well, I don't know, man. I mean, you're okay with what I got, kind of, but who knows, man? I was joking around and said, pay this off and I'll go out and buy that ZX 1400 that I've always wanted. And she's like, yeah, you could do that if you think you could ride something like that. Now I'm like, ouch, what is that supposed to mean? I know. Fat guy on a sport bike, that'd be a sight to see. Well, all right. So that is me rambling for the day on the toll road. I'm on my way home from work. It's a Friday. I'm on call this weekend, but hopefully nothing major will happen. If it does, it's usually in the overnight shift. So I'm not looking forward to that midnight call, but hey, you know, it's all good. All right, we got an accident up ahead. I'm going to try to jump off the road here early and hopefully avoid it, but I'm sure everybody else has that same thought. So, well, drop me a comment if you're here this long. Honestly, if you've made it to the end of the video, which, you know, looking at stats, nobody makes it to the end of the video. Well, okay, maybe one or two of you. Drop me a comment. Let me know, you know, when is the right time to shop, or you just, I don't know, man. That's just me. I've never really been happy with one thing for a long period of time. Always looking for the next new thing. Cell phone, car, bike. God, drives my wife nuts. So, all right, guys. Have a good one. Hope you're staying cool, warm, whatever, and you're still riding, not putting shit away yet. So, all right, guys, have a good one. We'll chat with you later. So long.